What's up, Influxers? Recently, I learned about a really cool and interesting concept that I wish I knew when I was just starting out. I think that would help me succeed as a business owner so much faster, and it's relevant to actually almost, I think, any type of business. And so I want to share that with you. Hopefully that will help you become more successful faster. So the concept is called the Dream 100, and basically it's pretty simple. It means you have to identify, or at least the first step is identifying who are your 100 best customers ever. And so if you're a freelancer or a service provider, who are the biggest or best companies in a specific niche that you're working with? Or if you are, for example, as a business owner of Prospero, who would be the best partners to help us distribute and get more clients to our business? Now, once you do that, once you have that list of 100 people, then the next step is to actually create a relationship with them. And what I mean by creating a relationship is not going and tell them, hey, please hire me. Hey, please promote my product. Hey, please do something for me, because they still don't know who you are. Now, a sub-important concept that I talk about a lot, and you should know by now, is that anybody who's hiring you or want to work with you, they know you, they trust you, and they like you. Otherwise, they're not going to engage with you. And so those people on the 100 list, at this point, they don't know who you are, and so they don't trust you, they don't like you yet, and so there's no way you're going to be able to sell to them or convince them to help you in any way. And so what you need to do is actually just start a relationship with them. So the first step is get in front of them so they know who you are, but not ask them for anything, but just provide them with some kind of a value. So for example, I can, if I want to create partnerships for Prospero, or right now I'm focused on launching my Webflow Masterclass. So I'm looking for partners who will help me, distribute it and get it to as many designers as possible. So I am identifying the 100 best, content creators, bloggers, influencers in the design space. For me as a freelancer or as a design consultant, I'm identifying, I've recently really described well my dream clients, who are, I know they are startups, they're after their first round, they are in the B2B space and with a complicated product. Now that I have this definition of my potential client, I can really easily list on a spreadsheet the 100 best companies for me to work with. Now I can start creating a relationship with them. So in my first example, talking about my Webflow Masterclass, I can invite those other influencers to interview on my YouTube channel, because that'll be actually valuable for them. They'll get to talk about their platform. I'll be able to create content for you, and everybody wants to be interviewed. So that's a great way to create a relationship. And for potential clients in my consulting business, I will just try to provide them with some kind of upfront value regarding their design without even working with them. Just taking a look at their website or their product and say, hey, look, I think you can improve this by doing X, Y, Z. Love your product, love what you're doing. Yeah, check out my YouTube. Maybe you'll find something that can be useful for you that way. Not without really asking them anything, but just creating a relationship with them. Now, the most important thing to understand about this is not something that you do, I need a client tomorrow, so let me create, the Dream 100 list and start pitching everybody. This is definitely not going to work. This is something that you need to do way before you want to work with those people. So it's going to take months or maybe even years to create those relationships before they finally, hey, I know this guy, I like him, he's awesome, he's always, bringing me a lot of value. How about I hire them or work with them or help them promote whatever they're trying to promote at the moment? So it takes time to create the relationship. So you've probably, and I've probably should have started doing that, 3 years ago. And I did, personally, I did create some relationships with, people in the design space, with startup people that are relevant to me. So I already have that kind of thing going on, but it's not as structured. If I would think about actually doing the 100 list and start really building relationship with each and every one of them. But the best time that is not like 3 years ago is today. So I'm actually going to start implementing that list right now and starting to create relationship with all of those people. Those things will take time, but I'm thinking ahead and thinking, how can I, I'm not trying to solve like my next month's cash flow, but I'm thinking about how can this business be amazing in 3 years? And that's probably the way to get to working with your ideal customers clients, partners, whatever. Hope that was useful for you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you next week.